I am Joe Usual, and this is the announcement of Long Dark 2 titled Blackfrost. Just came across my desk this evening, and I wanted to make sure that we got this out as soon as possible because I am super excited about this game that's going to be coming out. If you don't know, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 days a week, I go live with the Long Dark, and right now we're doing 1,000 Days of Stalkers. So if you haven't checked out the channel, come on back and check me out, or check us out. We have a huge community that comes and watches the play every single day, 6 days a week. So, and that's what we're doing right now is working on 1,000 Days of Stalker. But Blackfrost, The Long Dark 2, super excited to see this. I'm glad it's now with the Game Awards happening today. I guess Blackfrost got announced, and so what we're going to do is I'm going to mute. I've muted the music or the audio for this trailer. We're going to just watch it once, and then I'm going to go back. We're going to go frame by frame and see. We're going to discuss this and see what we see here. I just briefly watched it before I got my live stream ready to go. So let me go ahead and pop out chat right quick like I do, and then that way it makes it easier for me to watch or see what you guys are saying. And so, yeah, it's a pretty good sized community we've got going on here. I am on the Steam page at the moment. If you go to Steam and you type in Blackfrost, you can actually listen to the trailer. I'm not going to allow that to happen because I don't want to get DMCA'd. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at it right here. And okay, so this looks very similar to Ash Canyon. Oh, we'll just watch the whole thing. Let's just watch the whole thing. Hang on, let me mute this. All right, so guys chopping the tree. We got another plane on some ice. Looks like thin ice from what the, and then we got a guy sheltering from the snow. There is a train over whatever. Wolves. I like the art style. It's a different type of art style, but similar. We got a horse. If you guys saw the beginning of the discussion of this chat, there's a meme that's going to start immediately on the channel. Look at that travois. You can carry somebody behind you on the travois. What? Looks like we've got NPCs maybe. This is going to be a co-op game as well. I hope it's not like so co-op you have to have a partner. I don't think they will. Timberwolves, nuclear power plant. That's probably where the Black Frost comes from. It's probably from nuclear frost or nuclear fallout is what I'm thinking. Bunch of collection of TVs and monitors. So yeah, all right. Well, this is Is that it? I think that's it. Live together, die alone. So I've got all the stuff, all their, what do you call it? Their description. I've got all of their description that they've got down in here. All of this. We can actually just check it out here. So let's see. Well, let's go over this trailer one more time. We're gonna go frame by frame. I want to see what we've got going on here. All right, so like I said, this looks similar to Ash Canyon. Look at this world. You can see in the background there, that's the nuclear power plant. And we've got a river here with a bunch of wood. Looks like there's a little cabin here in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Let's see. I'm going to have to mute this every time I pause. So now we've got, the deer. Looks like they've done some work on the deer. That's pretty cool. I like the log cabin style. Yeah, definitely a different art style, but it still has the same Hinterland quality. Looks like this is one of their new saplings, is what it looks like here to me. Maybe this is a little burdock happening over here, maybe. Let's see, what's the next one? Dude's chopping trees. I don't know what this is. Some sort of machinery. Looks like a winch of some sort. That's birch. All right, so, and then this dude is walking on the ice, and he looks like he's walking really slow. The guy's sheltering from the snow. This right here, it looks like this is if you can see, look at the green in this water right here on the downside, on the downwater side, or whatever, you know what I mean. Of this, it's green, and you can see in the back of this truck, it looks like there's a toxic waste dump or a toxic waste spill. So maybe the water's not clean. It looks like oil. Maybe this is an oil tanker, and it didn't quite make it across the bridge. Maybe you're gonna have to swim in the water. Hopefully they're swimming. That'd be cool. With all the options they give us for Long Dark 1, you think they'll do the same in Long Dark 2? Give us multiple choices of how we want to play it. I'm sure that they're not going to I'm sure they're not going to limit us. The whole point of a second game is to expand on the first game, right? So yeah. So also you can see these trees in the background here. These are not fully rendered trees. These are just an artist's depiction. So this is just this is not in-game footage. This is going to be a representation of what they'd like to have. It says experience a quiet apocalypse as survivors in the northern industrial city of Harmont, Harmont. So I don't know if there's a town in Canada named Harmont. And its vast environs. Probably not. It's probably based off of a town. A year has passed since the Aurora first appeared in the sky, rendering all technology inert, with survivors just starting to emerge to face their new reality in the aftermath. We'll go over this in a second. Again, let me go ahead and pause this again and mute this again. We got the Timberwolves, the church in the background. We've got our Pinnacle Peaches. So yeah, we've got a horse. Sure, that's going to give you parasites. You know what I mean? And look at this, the travois. This dude's on the back of the travois. Of course, you got your tagging here. It says Harmont 3 miles. It looks like a big city, which is pretty cool. Look at this. This dude has a hockey stick. How many times during our gameplay have we been at the cannery and I've been in that trailer and the hockey stick's been on the wall and I said, I want to use that hockey stick. How many times have you guys heard me say that? So true. And this travois or travois, if you're speaking French, is really big. Look how big this thing is. There's no way you're dragging that behind you, man. So I bet you they're going to have two different ones. One you can drag behind you, one you put behind your horse. They can carry a person, which is going to be good. Oh, you know what? The wolves are going to love that horse, aren't they? Are you going to take care of this thing? Better be able to fight, or you better be able to use that hockey stick from horseback. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go ahead and let's continue. I'm excited, yo. Can you tell? All right, so, and we've got, I think there's NPCs in this game, because homeboy right here, he's got his rifle, he's looking around a corner, you got a dude with a torch, and you got another guy over here, and another guy with another torch right there who's bent down. So I think there's going to be NPCs in the game. I mean, like antagonist NPCs, which would be really cool. Yeah, see, and then these guys she's helping him up through the window because this door is obviously blocked, so they can get inside and get the loot. Hopefully, like I said, this is not going to be an issue where you have to have a partner because single player. It does say single player and it does say online co-op. So, but hopefully it's not. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys want? Do you want them to have it like for you to host it? Or do you want it to be like online like servers? I don't think that Hinterland will do servers though. I think it'll be you'll have to host it, or your friend will have to host it. And then inside here, dude's frozen on the couch. A lot of this looks like a hotel. This looks like a lot of ornate stuff. These chandeliers and whatnot. This gilded mirror that's right here. Let's see what else. I don't see anything else really. We'll look at these. We'll look at the other. There's a crow right there, inside. Timberwolves, man, look at this. She's swinging. She's swinging her torch around, her flare around, and Timberwolves up here on the pipes. So can Timberwolves climb now? I don't know, but this is cool. Mules will kill coyotes. Yeah, they will. And donkeys will kill everything. You're right. But that's not a donkey. It's a horse. Unless it's a hinny. All right, so let's see. And then there's a brown bramble nuclear power plant. And there is a radiation suit. And it looks like you have a radiation detector in your hand right there. Let's see. I'm trying to call out everything that I can see that is like new. So I think maybe Blackfrost is going to be, like I said, fallout from the sky. That's during an Aurora, too. That can't be safe. Maybe fallout from the sky and it snows, and then the irradiated the snow falls and it becomes black frost. and so it's irradiated, and you gotta avoid it. Kind of like zone of contamination, but worse because it'll kill you. I bet you it's cumulative, because I don't know, and maybe they'll have what are those radiation pills called? This must be the zone of contamination. Online would be better, but who's to complain? I mean, I'm just happy we're gonna have a second game. All right, so, and you can tag your own clothes, I guess. All right, and of course, this is, just a pile of TVs. All right, going crazy during the Aurora. So which means you don't have to have things plugged in for them to be active, to have energy. All right, well, that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and let's get out of this full screen here. And let's go down here and let's look at this. It says, The Long Dark 2 is a sequel to the hit survival game The Long Dark, launched in early access and honed over 10 years of open development. It's evolution of the survival sandbox, refining every aspect of the original and introducing co-op to the formula. Conceived and developed by Hinterland, the same creative team that brought you the original. Brave New World. Experience a quiet apocalypse as survivors in the northern industrial city of Harmont and its vast environs. A year has passed since the Aurora has appeared in the sky, rendering all technology inert, with survivors just starting to emerge to face their new reality and its aftermath. Surrounded by a majestic and rugged wilderness, encountered the remnants of a isolated society, coming to terms with how the world has been forever changed, how you choose to survive. Now it says live together, die alone. This looks like just a huge complex. This looks like zone of contamination, kind of, right here. Sorry. Where are we at here? Survive as a lone wanderer in this frozen wasteland of city, town, forest, and farm, or huddled together as a group of survivors in whatever shelter you can make for yourselves. As solo players, you decide how much you'll learn to live with NPC survivor communities. Yep, sure enough. Struggle to find their way in this harsh world. As co-op players, lean on each other and combine your skills and efforts to eke out another day of existence in the hostile environment. Alone or together, choose your own path of survival. Oh yeah, this will be a community game. We'll definitely have a community play on this channel, 100%. Next generation survival RPG, built on the foundation of the survival gameplay, pioneered and perfected by the Long Dark over 10 years of development. Blackfrost evolves every aspect of the survival formula in its 2.0 iteration, setting the table for the next generation of survival games. Build your own survivor, customize traits and skills, collect scars and stories, and experience a life as a survival in this beautiful yet dangerous world. Many games have tried to bring survival mechanics to their open world RPGs, but Blackfrost is the first survival game built ground up as a survival RPG. Well, we have the community for it, don't we, guys? You're hungry and all out of cattails. What? Do you honestly think they can outdo their own masterpiece? Lightning says. Lightning EVO asks, do you honestly think they can outdo their own masterpiece? Yes, I do. I 100% have faith in Hinterland. If I am lucky enough to be asked to play in their playtest, I will be more forgiving with this than I am with other games, because we have such a long history with the Long Dark, and I know what Raph and his team are capable of, and I know the high standards that they put themselves to, and I know that they don't push just to get something out. So I will have if something kicks up, or it's weird, I'll be vocal about it. But if it's a playtest before early access, that's a beta version, and we absolutely give leeway for that. My tolerance is way up when it comes to a beta game that we already have a history with. Epic, get out of my face. All right, so let's see. Urban survival, experience a fantasy, a wilderness survival at a 19th century level of technology due to the Aurora's effects of the world and its inhabitants, which we know about, because we lived it. Enjoy the same deep stimulation of survival in nature from the Long Dark, but with a new twist. Cities and towns offer new opportunities and new hazards for your survival, introducing a fresh take on the established survival formula. The wilds are dangerous, but sometimes the city is where the real threats lie. Okay. The will to live. Survival is as much about what's in your head as what's in your pack. With Blackfrost, your success is no longer just about your physical condition. Blackfrost's new will to live system. Okay, let's unpack this. Blackfrost's new will to live system adds elements of psychological survival to the mix. introducing resilience and its substats to the well-established mechanics. Okay, so sanity. They're adding sanity to the game, guys, I think, is what they're doing. Manage your doubts and fears and find comfort in small things if you want to survive. So, this is what I'm reading from this. Tell me if you're reading the same thing. Manage your doubts and fears and find comfort in the small things if you want to survive. So, when you get attacked by a wolf, say, or you get parasites, your fears and your doubts are going to weigh you down, and you're going to have a hard time. Maybe your health goes down because you just don't have as much will to live. But let's say you read a book, or you're by a fire, or you eat some really good food in good condition, like all the, and maybe it bolsters your resolve, and so now your health and your will to live goes back up. I think that's what this is. That's what I'm reading from this, and I'm okay with that so long as it's not too brutal. I mean, so long as the sanity isn't like too punishing, I'm okay with that. Hang tight. Sorry, it goes down every time I mute. All right, so let's see here. All right, new hazards, urban risks, the deep freeze of an intense northern winter, extreme weather events, Aurora storms, and the dreaded radioactive Blackfrost. Yep, what I say. Emitted by the radioactive reactor complex looming on the horizon. Layered on the dangers from wildlife and other survivors you encounter along the way, Blackfrost introduces a host of new hazards to the survival sandbox. Okay. Perma-life. What's this about? So I was right. Yeah, the Blackfrost is coming from the nuclear reactor. Okay, Perma-life. The innovative Perma-life system turns every death into a new adventure. Okay. Accumulate new risks and fears for your survivor as you move through the world and succumb to various hazards. Face your fears, overcome their downsides, and strengthen your survivor story in the world. Make your mark. Classic permadeath is still an option. Oh. Okay, so maybe once you die, you have to take a negative. Like you have a fear of wolves, or you have a fear of fire, or maybe I'm catching some Project Zomboid vibes from this. Like there's a negatives and positives to your character when you build your character, and then once you face your fears, maybe you can overcome them. And yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting Project Zomboid vibes from this. What do you guys think? Early access. Blackfrost is being built from the early access to maximize the player feedback loop and the team's ability to iterate on the cycle of constant improvement, like they do. This builds on Hinterland's long-descending reputation as a pioneer of the early access model, with The Long Dark being the first game to exist simultaneously on multiple early access platforms and on PC and console at the same time. Xbox Game Preview launch title in 2015, as an example. Similarly, Blackfrost will be built a piece at a time and will launch without the game's complete planned world or feature set, which we expect. They're going to, because that, you know what? This is exactly the same thing that they did before, which is great. It's all exactly the same way that Ark Survival Evolved did it originally, which was great, because what does that do? It keeps the hype up. It keeps content coming out for the content creators. It keeps the community excited about updates, and it keeps the longevity of the game going. So Hinterland and Ark, the Ark team. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. They both did it the same way. It works, man. It's a formula that works. And when game development studios try to deviate from that, they lose it. They lose their audience. Let me just throw everything out, but it's all broken. No, I only have one condition when it comes to an early access game. Put it out. If it works, I mean, if you put it out, it should work. Or if it doesn't, then patch it, right? Don't try to throw out everything and then half the stuff is broken, because then we don't want to play. You know, my rule is really simple. So, and unfortunately, a lot of game studios these days don't follow that rule, you know, but Hinterland does. So I have complete faith in the studio. So anyway, let's see. It's enough for. So please make sure you are comfortable with this approach before you jump in. More details on how the team plans to handle roadmaps, timelines, and player feedback will be released closer to the 2026 launch. And I'm so excited I can't even talk. Anyway, Yeah. So I'm super, super stoked about this. Let's look at some of these pictures that they've got, some of this concept art. All right, dude, with the hatchet, classic hatchet. Looks like a diner. There's booths. There's a table tent right there. There's a Hinterland coffee cup right there. Classic light coming down. This is the Honey Pot. That's going to be the name of one of the diners in the town, probably. We got Ming's Chinese Restaurant. Hey, we're going to have Chinese food in this game. Or if we don't, I'd be surprised. I mean, 6 month old chow mein noodles. I don't know what else we got here. Status something or other. I can't tell what that is. That's a water tower. So we'll have water. I wonder if we should be able. I'm hoping we will be able to take up residence in these buildings. That'd be really good. Jen's Diner, where you are on the menu. Hey man, I mean, I said this as soon as I saw the horse. T-shirts, BlackRock. I mean, sorry, not BlackRock. Blackfrost. We eat horse. Some people eat crow. We eat horse. Birch bark forest. That's kind of cool. Classic. All right. What does this say? Oh, this is the Honey Pot. This is a gas station. So this is your classic. When I grew up, quarter of my life, I grew up in Montana. Long stretches of road, snowy wilderness, and these classic gas stations, which will have a place like deep fryers, as well as your classic convenience store fare. They'll also have like fried gizzards, JoJo's, which are fried potatoes, things like that. I don't know if you guys know what JoJo's are. They're seasoned steak fries. Anyway, that sort of thing. I recognize this from my childhood, this type of gas station. Let's see. Okay, this is an old hotel, looks like. How many days somebody survived, maybe. We got a really nice piano. This looks like a new type of candle. I can't really tell because I can't really do anything with that. So, okay, this looks like this is called The Point, whatever that is. I don't know. I was thinking bowling alley, but maybe not. This is definitely a resort. The Aurora is doing something funky. This is just a concept art, though, I'm sure. All right, and then cool looking cabin, new lantern. Oh, with an actual filament, yo. Like instead of having the lantern with the wick, this is an actual filament, like like you would see in a like a Coleman propane lantern. This is cool. It's very cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, the light looks nice, doesn't it? What do you guys think? I'm seeing a lot of the old, but some new too. Rifle looks like a classic rifle. Yeah, we got to wait a year though, guys. So, I did. Oh, there's a Timberwolf right there in the middle of this diner. I didn't even see that when we went through. Holy mackerel! Right there. Look at the eyes, man. What the heck? I wonder if you're going to be able to throw your hatchet as a weapon. That'd be dope if you could do that. Shush. Let's look at this one more time and then we'll let you go. All right. 2026, guys. I mean, it'd be cool if we can get it on beta testing, but what about bows? Oh, I'm sure they'll have bows. Oh yeah, it did have a scope, huh? Yeah, that rifle did have a scope. This guy. I mean, is this how we're going to look? I think you're going to be able to create your own character because, and I'll show you why I think so. I think they said you're going to be able to create your own character because the character models are different. That's a Caucasian gal right there, and we've got a black gal that's in here when they do the boost. Look at this. Looks like we've got maybe a Hispanic, I mean, it looks like you're going to be able to create your own characters like you want to, which would be really cool. Instead of just having Mackenzie and Ingrid. Astrid. You couldn't find a weapon to save your soul yesterday. Now you have Yvonne's rifle and two-shot a moose. Awesome, dude. It's his brother. There we go, right there. So she's African-American. She's black. So it looks like they're implementing character creation, which is nice. Yep. Yep. I'm so excited. I'm not excited for this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wolves. That's not cool at all, man. During an Aurora, how silly are you going to be out in the middle of an Aurora where you know there's timbers? I know they're just trying to showcase it, but I wonder if you can shut this power plant down, or if it's just going to spew radiation for the entire game. Yeah, diversity. Yeah, I'm down. I'm okay with diversity. Diversity's good. I've got no problem with it. We want that. We want more players to play the game. You love being able to create your own character. Me too. I think it's great because then you can be whoever you want to be, and it's how it should be. And then like I said, I'm from the description, I'm getting a little Project Zomboid vibe with the positives and the negatives. It'd be interesting to see how they implement that. I'm sure there's going to be balance. There's going to be raging going on in the beginning because the balance is going to be off, and they're going to have to dial things back or move things forward. Hopefully they make it easier on us and then slowly turn up the temperature of the soup. You know what I mean? Because I mean there's nothing worse than making it really super difficult in the beginning and then having to dial it back. It's like opening a restaurant and you have too many items on the menu and you realize you can't sustain that. So you got to take your menu back, and then you lose half your customers because you had to simplify your menu. So hopefully they start easy and then gradually get more difficult. That's what I'm hoping for. Do I think this is just survival or some kind of story mode? I don't think they'll do story mode again. I don't think because of how long it's taken them to get their story mode out and how difficult it's been for them. I don't think they're going to have a story mode again. I really don't. They might. They could surprise us. They might have cutscenes that have like long cutscenes that will explain parts of the world or what have you. That'd be cool. Like with the New World, how they were doing their stories within their game. I think that would be tight. I think that'd be really cool. So but we'll see. And Raphael and his team, they do a great job. Otherwise we wouldn't be playing their game every single day, 6 days a week, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who want to come and hang out with us. But yeah, anyway, so in Long Dark, you can wear 2 of everything except for boots and gloves. And you remember going to public school wearing idiot mittens and you felt like you couldn't get up. Oh yeah, 100%, Rick. I was born in Alaska, so I totally get it. I remember those days. 100%. Snowbanks, 3 times my height, but I was 5 years old, Anyway, so all right, guys, I think we're going to let you go. I just wanted to, I had to show this off. Yeah, I'm excited. I really am. And Raphael, if you see this, hey, man, I'm down for testing. I promise I won't be too hard on you. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, The Long Dark, 1,000 Days of Stalker, Episode 7, coming out. And then we'll play for 3 hours, and maybe I'll do a second one because I'm not playing that other game tomorrow because it really made me angry today. But anyway, guys, as I always say, I am my usual me, you be your usual you, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for coming out, guys, and we'll see you later. I'm excited. Bye-bye.